Guys, what is up? It's that time again. The guys over at CIGA Design just released their brand new CIGA Design U Series black hole inspired mechanical watch. Let's dive into it, look at it, go through the features. It's fully backed, so it's going to be made, and let's see if it's worth the money and if you should pick up one for yourself. Okay, so first things first, the last time I looked at one of the CIGA Design watches, I realized it was probably a little bit harsh watching the promo trailer, English probably not their first language, translation problems, stuff like that. So I'm not going to critique the trailer one-to-one. I'm just going to go through the watch and break down the features and sort of outline the pros, cons, some differences between their other designs and this particular model, and give you my overall thoughts on whether you should back it and be one of the first people to pick yours up. As of the time of this recording, they've already raised about 59,000 Canadian dollars, and their goal was basically 10 grand. So it's well funded. And currently they have two different backing options available. If you want to buy one, there's a $485 Canadian option, which is a titanium version of the watch. And there's also a second option for 356 Canadian dollars, which gets you the Black Universe Silver watch. So let's look at the watch and go through the features. So right off the hop, the overall appearance of the dial has got me thinking back to when they came out with their last watch, which of course was the X series. My biggest concern with the CIGA X series was the legibility. The dial appearance and the lack of really visible hour and minute markers probably made this watch not perfect for everybody. I can see that CIGA's borrowed some of the inspirations from their past designs. The center of the watch is essentially a black void with just a little bit of branding on it, and the outside is almost like a compass in terms of style, and the hands are sort of floating in behind the elevated front of the dial, the face with the branding, and the backwards placed outer ring with the dial markers. Again, this is sort of harking back to what I said about the X series and what I said with my Z series. It's going to be a little tricky to read this, especially at night, especially because it's an all-black watch. Does look like there is some gray at the very back of the dial markers, so there's a little bit of contrast between the foreground and the background and the hands. But if there's no lume on any of those elements or minimal lume, it's not really going to ultimately change how readable or visible this watch is at night. Now, their branding does definitely say that this is an innovative design in terms of using a curved hand section. It is kind of innovative. I haven't seen this done, and the whole movement being suspended in between the foreground and background of the case is kind of cool and unique as well. They definitely are doing some interesting things with this watch. I'm not saying it's a bad watch by any means. My only concern, of course, comes down to the essence of actually using it to tell time. Most of the time it'll be fine if you're in daylight, you're outside, but after 7 p.m. or early mornings, not so much. Now, that probably doesn't matter to everybody because most people these days just wear watches as a fashion statement. Everybody's carrying a smartphone. I'm guilty of this myself. So many people are really just using their watches to accessorize or dress up what they're wearing, their suit and their tie as they go to the office, or something sportier when they're going out for a night in the town or meeting up with some friends for drinks. I could definitely see that the CIGA U series has a place in some of those settings. Probably not all that well suited to a business environment just because of the coloring, styling. It's very out there and definitely outside of the norm. So unless you want to attract some looks from your fellow colleagues in the office, it might not be the watch for that setting. Actually, the more photos I look through of this U series, actually the more it seems like the case back is actually translucent. So it's really just going to be your skin sort of showing through in the back, which might, again, add some nice contrast and help that to be more visible when you're wearing it. So that's kind of interesting. Again, I love the packaging on the CIGA products. The CIGA watch that I own came in a really nice box, and it looks like this one does as well. The only thing that I have to fault these guys on with this design, other than the fact of being worried and not being visible, is on the bracelets and the straps. They're really just not that attractive. Even if you pay for the upgraded or more premium ones like I did with my Z series when I had the faux leather, they're just not super attractive, super classy. So again, this is probably a really cool watch to wear out, have some fun out in the town, meet your friends, hang out, whatever. But it doesn't come with anything that would really allow you to dress it up to a level where you could wear it to more formal function or wear it to work if you work in an office setting. But all in all, it's a pretty cool watch. It's definitely thinking outside of the box, and it looks like they're actually trying to do something completely innovative and new here with the Z series and the X series. That was their gimmick, was that they're doing this skeletonized, translucent, transparent watch. Well, now I think they've sort of taken that to the next level with this U series. Maybe they'll come out with some bracelets that are a little bit more dressy in the future. Again, you can head on over to Indiegogo if you want to pick these up. There's a couple of different early backer packages available, so you can grab these at a pretty cheap price. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the U series down in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think that CIGA's trying to push the envelope here with something, or is it just another kind of entry-level, cost-effective watch? Let me know, and we'll see you guys in the next one.